The untouched beauty of the Arctic may soon be a thing of the past. Many nations are craving to get their hands on the vast resources hidden beneath the ice, which is rapidly melting away. Russia has convened the third International Arctic Forum, hoping to draw attention to the region's ecological security. Well, those with the strongest foot in the polar door are the 8 states with the territory in the frozen region. Now, the Arctic Council consists of those 8 countries, with Russia, Canada and the US boasting the biggest areas. RT's Igor Piskunov reports on what's been done to protect the ecology amidst the race for the black gold.
Initially, the idea was put forward by the president, and here in Salykharsk, the only city located exactly on the Arctic Circle, the ecology is definitely the most important issue being discussed. We've got over 400 experts, international experts, who've arrived here to discuss these problems. And the general understanding is that the climate, in fact, has changed. Temperatures have, in general, warmed up in the Arctic, melting the ice caps and opening new opportunities, clearly, for different countries to develop its vast natural resources, and also new trade routes like the northern trade route, which is actively now being used by countries like China with the help of Russia, since, well, just the figures tell the story by themselves. For ships heading, say, from Beijing to Rotterdam, it takes around 2 weeks quicker than, say, if they take the traditional southern routes. Up to 700 participants altogether, including experts, geologists, explorers and others, all sitting down and diplomatically deciding how to work out the situation, how to deal with the Arctic, how to preserve its energy resources and the environment as well.
The Arctic's promise of business opportunities is really what's luring the world powers, some of them who are not even close to the area itself. RT's Katie Pilbeam investigates.
As the climate heats up in the Arctic, so does the scramble to secure multi-billion-dollar deals. And it's no wonder when you consider, according to the latest estimates, there's enough fuel to supply the entire world for 3 years. China, with a growing energy demand and increasing gas-guzzling population, is the unlikely contender in the race to secure a foothold in the Arctic. Now, China has been wooing Russia, providing both Rosneft and Transneft with a $25 billion to build an oil pipeline from Siberia to China, as well as paying Rosneft an additional $60 billion to develop offshore fields in the Arctic. Now, China has also struck up a business relationship with Iceland, and as a result, these tactics managed to secure a place on the Arctic Council for China, along with the founding members, the likes of Norway and Canada, which of course have a geographical right to the area.
Katie Pilbeam there, and earlier I talked to well-known Arctic researcher and journalist Edward Struzik. He's circumspect about the prospect of oil drilling in the Arctic region.
If it's done right, I think it can, the environment won't be affected, but, that's the big question, is that we've never really seen a major spill in Arctic waters. We know from what happened in the Gulf of Mexico that even under ideal conditions, cleanups can be very, very costly, time-consuming, and there's a loss of confidence among the public. We saw with the Exxon Valdez that the impacts, from decades ago are still occurring. If you have a spill in the high Arctic where there's a lot of ice still moving around and that oil gets underneath the ice and starts migrating, there's really nothing you can do. There's no engineering solution to this. You're just simply going to have to watch it go, and it's not going to break up easily. It's going to be a big, costly mess.
And here on RT, we'll be closely watching the Arctic Forum as it enters its second day. So do stay with us for that, if you can.